Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the USC Trojans and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe joins from the sideline with an injury report.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. Coach said because they are still without their starting quarterback, this has been essential to have a bye week this week. Give their backup all of the reps with the number one offense, something he typically doesn't do all season long. So they have really focused on more reps, more reads, so he can really hit the ground running here today early in this game. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they react. The Ducks will kick off first, and here we go. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Here's Williams. It's complete to the right. At the 40, there he goes. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. And so much for feeling each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it.
All gas, no brakes. Come in and spin the magic bean on the opening play of the game, taking the shot. Doesn't get better than that if you're this quarterback.
Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Trojans are facing 3rd and inches. Drives inside. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Just going to keep it after the snap. Got the first down. There's a crease. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. The Trojans have it with a 1st and goal. Quarterback keeps it. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Trojans!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to throw. It's Burt. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. He's changing the play. Hits the hole. It's Davison. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there.
And it's decision time on this first drive. And I choose aggressiveness, right? Set the tone in this football game. You got a 4th and short situation. Trying to get points on this drive. Establish yourself. Be aggressive here on this 4th down.
Finding some room. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
Well, going for it and getting it on 4th down, close to midfield, I think just gave this offense a ton of momentum. I'm curious to see what they're going to do here. Maybe take a shot and see if they can really seize and capitalize on all this good mojo now going their way.
They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. The run inside. It's Davison. Stopped right there.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Looking for a man. It's Burt. Pulls it in. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
Yeah, and when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those critical 3rd down situations, you're going to find him more and more. Great connection right there.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage.
Just plowing ahead. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Straight ahead, it's Miller. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Williams gets it to the back. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Looks it in. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. And the Ducks are threatening in the red zone. To the air, it's Burt. He's got the back in the middle. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Miller with the ball. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll ride him again. Turning it on. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Throwing, Williams takes a hit as he fires.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be 4th down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle, jog our punt return team out.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. 4th down, Williams. Fights off a defender. Just couldn't find any running room. He'll lose a yard, and they'll turn it over on downs. Snap it to the back. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Give to the running back. Got enough for the 1st down. He's stopping. He's got enough to move the chain. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Bunch formation for these receivers. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Williams to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Right side, it's Weaver. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Williams will pass. Got his man on the outside. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It's Williams again. Left side is Matthews. Shakes a man and he might take off. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Williams flips it out to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. They get to him as he throws. Picked off! What a play by this defense! Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. They'll go with a direct snap. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Finds his big tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Ducks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. He's going to let it go. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful. And
wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Has to have it on fourth down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Burton. Moving out to the right. Fires downfield. He's got it. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Drops back on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Excellent job using the clock. They get the timeout. 2 ticks remaining, and now they can put up points before going to the locker room. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 8 team, the Clemson Tigers. And it's the Sooners with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. That gets them back above 500. They're now 3-2 on the season. Here are now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten.
And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hits inside. It's Davison. There he goes. He's inside the 40. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain. And they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Direct snap. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Ducks are rolling down the field. Now he's looking to throw it. Look out! Blasted as he lets it go. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Ducks in the hurry up. Looking to throw, it's Burt. Back's got it. Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And he made the extra point without problem.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just
snags it, and there's running room. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Williams. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. Running inside, it's Davison. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Ducks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Looking to throw, it's Burt. Out wide right, it's Gresham. On the move at the 30. Into the secondary. Touchdown, Ducks. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
The screen, he can go. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And they can't make the connection on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Williams to throw for it on fourth. Escapes the pressure going right. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Motion from the wideout. They'll take the penalty and move them back. After that false start, the whole approach changes now on 2nd and 10. Tight end now in motion. Right side, it's Anderson. Across the 35. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Maybe some room here. They get him on the ground, but boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Keep it on the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that, Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
They've already converted once on fourth down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere four-down territory. Needs it. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
Well, that's now the second time in this game that they've gone for it on fourth down, and they've got it running the football. So great job by the offensive line just getting it done.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Running toward the goal line. It's a fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Try to barge their way in. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's third and goal. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Trojans.
Number 5, in the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point. And here's the return. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Throws it off the RPO. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 15, and that gives him some more room to work. This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on first down. Looking downfield, it's Burt. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Oh, he's got some space. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball. Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had to bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and
There he goes to the right. Into the house. Touchdown, Ducks. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a tons of room in the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Might as well run him until they... Ball is loose. Bounced right back to them.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Back to the ground game on the left. Enough to move the chains. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And, man, that's just something you don't want to see a lot of as a defense, man. You don't want that running back getting to the second level where your defensive backs now have to make plays. Those guys are paid to cover. And, yes, they are paid to cover wide receivers, to make sure that they don't get open, not to make tackles consistently. So the defensive line, the linebackers, got to do a better job stopping this run.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Throwing, Williams. Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Line 53, move. Quarterback will keep it. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Right back to the well. Runs through the tackle. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Here's Williams to throw. Out wide left, it's Weaver. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. Work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the draw.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Back to throw, it's Burt. He's got it. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. And the RPO got him. And he used that big, powerful stiff arm to extend the play and pick up a few extra yards. The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. It's 3rd and 5. If there's time to pad the stats. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. to the big house, Michigan Stadium. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for space. It's Hawkins. He's past the sticks. Breaks into the open. The 30. He's at the touchdown, Michigan. Into the end zone. They take over late in the half. Enough time to put together a drive. Making the adjustment. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires to the tight end. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Quick give. It's Hawkins. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Moves the pocket. It's Underwood. Out wide right, it's Marsh. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field.
Turns on the Jets. And after gobbling up some serious yards. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But
Death Valley, Clemson Memorial Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Clemson Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. This is a developing storyline. Early in the season, they took a risk starting a young freshman quarterback, but he has continued to shine and get better each and every week. Now, late in the season, a chance for the college football playoff is on the line. His team is playing with great energy and enthusiasm, but they have got to continue to take care of the ball and focus and perform every single game. We'll see how he's able to get off to a quick start here in the first quarter. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. That's caught. It's Johnson. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field for a big guy. Very, very unique.
He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Just feeds the running back. Still running at the 40. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a...
Makes the catch, and he's free. The 30, the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. The Ducks will have it first and 10. They send the tight end in motion. From the red zone, it's Davison. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be second and 7.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to pass. It's Burton. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Needs it here on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Haynes. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls in.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse. Turning on the Jets. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking for space, it's Haynes. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. From the gun, it's Davison. They He got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Zings it complete to the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The run inside. It's Davison. Turning it on. He's got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the 4th quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. To the back. He breaks a tackle.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Got an alley. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
To the ground, he's got it again. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on 1st down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these 1st downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Sellers. Left side, it's Johnson. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pick up on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense was all over it. They know third down, the quarterback can be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Snap it to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, and the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow. The confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal. The rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ncaa if they can stop him on third down. To the air, it's Burt. Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. And the Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Changing the routes with his receiver. Gonna run it. It's Davidson. There he goes. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Keeps it on the ground. Might have a chance. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. still looking to his right. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Move to his right, trying to make magic with his feet. All out of space. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Davison. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They give it back to him. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. And they'll stop him short of the 1st down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Ducks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Gonna run it. It's Davidson. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run him again. Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be 3rd down. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with Kent State taking on the Toledo Rockets. And it's the Golden Flashes, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. And did this group ever need that? The first win on the year, they're now 1-4. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Right through the wicket. He just flat dropped it on the crosser, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a gap. It's Haynes. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. He's going to change things up against this defensive look.
Ready. Wide 80. Wide 80.
Play fake, Sellers. Unloads to the right. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Ducks. With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half.
This offense is high octane, boy, and you just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way.
Number 39, set to advance on the football.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He stopped right at the 35, almost found a little room for a big return, but they get him on the ground right there. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, coming out into the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the 3rd quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers lets it fly, and they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Breaks into the open. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Drops back. It's Spurt. Throws to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll go with a direct snap. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll run the counter. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The give. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. They'll test the right side. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Ready? Hey, kill it.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The handoff. Turning it on. Hard running there. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down and then down to the 42.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Clemson set up with another first down. Motion from the wideout. They'll give it to Johnson. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll move the wide receiver. Handoff to the lone back. Just smothered on the play.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
He'll try to do it himself. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Clemson! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. Lining up for the PAT. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. An 84-yard drive there, and he finished things off by racing 37 yards to the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ncaa if they can stop him on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Burt. Takes a hit as he fires. It's complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And how about the creativity by the offense? You split your running back all the way out wide. Why? You like the matchup. Like, he can be a receiver. He can run routes. He stays on the outside part of the field. They like the matchup. They throw it to him. He wins that rep. Nice job by this offense.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
2nd and long here. They'll move the tight end. Hits inside. It's Davison. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Today, it's not been easy throwing the ball. You got to give this defense credit because on the back end, they have been there. They have been in the hip pocket of these receivers, making completions very, very difficult to come by. That time, 2 guys go up for it. And
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snapped on 4th down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. The Ducks moving quickly to the line.
And that was one of those, gotta have it. I mean, it's a fourth quarter, fourth down. We got to get some points. Palmer, they needed that one.
Yeah, all routes have to be run at the right depth, and the ball's got to come out at the right time. Nice job there by the quarterback, working through his progression, finding the open man, and keeping this drive alive.
Of course, it was the quarterback. I thought it was the receiver. Whatever.
And the Ducks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Direct snap. He's got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
They'll run it. It's Davison. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to their running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Play coming right here. 3rd down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. Looking for room. It's Davison. Makes his man miss. He'll be stopped just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. 4th down coming. Let's see if they go for it here. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. The handoff to Johnson. There he goes. He steps out right at the